Hello everybody! So, I have not made a video in so long, it's literally been ages, and I decided that I was going to make a video about Horror Night. It was this past Saturday, and it was literally a horror amusement park. There's this place called Europa Park in Germany, and it's the Disney World of Europe. It's huge, it's really pretty, but it's like minus the princess stuff. So we went there and they shut off like half the park, and it's just this humongous scare fest. And personally, I don't like scary things. I don't like to be scared. Ask any of my friends back home. I don't go to haunted houses. I like panic when everybody's like, let's go to the House of Torment, because I'm like, no thanks, like, I'm good, don't want to scare myself for fun. But this, for some reason, I was like, I have to do this. I think it was because I'm here, and it was in Germany, and it's like a whole night, and I don't know. I decided I had to go. So, I went, and there were 6 haunted houses, and I went in every single one of them, and literally thought I was going to pee my pants at least twice. Like, seriously thought, I'm gonna pee. Like, this is gonna be horrible, and I wet my pants. But luckily that did not happen, and it was so fun. And so it was like the front half of the park, you had like 3 houses, I think, and they were really big. They had, lines snaking everywhere, and then they had the people, like the creatures, walking around, and the makeup there is so intense. It's absolutely insane. Like, it's something you've never seen before. And so I'll like throw some pictures up like right there when I'm editing this later, if I can figure out how. Anyway, so the makeup was so crazy, and I was so scared at first. I started hiding behind my host sister's friends because we went with her school friends. I would like hide, and I was like, oh my god, this is so horrible, like, why am I here? And then we all decided that if you don't run and you kind of like, face off, they won't mess with you that much. And so it literally took everything that I had to just stand there and look at these things. And one of them was a zombie, and he like was like sweating and drooling, and he came up to me, and he like, he like growl at you, and so he like hissed and growled at me and like went whew, and I was like but I stood there, and he was like drooling, and he was like oh. It was so scary, and these people were laughing at me, and then my host sister was like sprinting and screaming and running, and everything was chasing her, and it was just really funny. Then they have like an ice show, and it's called Horror on Ice. It's so cool. It was like hardcore, like punk metal rock music when you walk in, if that's even a thing. It reminded me of my friend Jake back home, because he's like death metal, like rock on stuff. And it was like the dancers and stuff were like in these crazy outfits, and there was this one guy who was like a pyro, like leading it, and he was like lighting himself on fire and like eating fire, and it was so crazy. And the whole thing was in German, and there was like some English, so I didn't really understand it, but it was really fun to watch. Then lastly, you could go to this like vampire club thing, and that was cool. It was just like a rave, dancing, whatever. And there were some creatures in there too. They were crazy, like the makeup just blew my mind, because it was so scary. Okay, so that was Horror Night, and we got home so late. I was like crawling into the house. It was terrible. Anyway, so that was Horror Night. Now, I want to talk about... I forgot. No, I remember. So, a couple things that have been happening I want to talk about. Side note, I got a new comforter. It's now turquoise. No more puzzle pieces until next month. And, anyway. So, I'm ranting and I'm losing my train of thought. I had to read in class the other day, out loud in front of everyone because my teacher decided that she wanted me to participate. So I got up there and I butchered a paragraph in French, so that was fun. And then today I took two tests in French, which was a total joke. I think I got a 0 or negative on both because French people grade on a 0 to 20 scale. I got a 0 or negative numbers. There's no way I got a single thing right on any of those tests because I was timed and I had to translate everything. I love it here in school. Yay! Oh my god, my phone. Oops. Anyway, so yeah. Horror night was fabulous, and I went to Strasbourg on Friday, which is a really big city nearby. I saw this awesome, cathedral thing. Apparently, they filmed the movie with Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes, the second one. They filmed 30 seconds of a scene there, and it blew up or something in front of this cathedral. It's really pretty. And I ate really good food. I eat way too much here. Yeah, also basketball. I don't know if I've talked about this. I will not be playing basketball here. Which sucks, butthole. Because I cannot find a team. People don't play basketball here. So I'm going to play football. European football, aka soccer. And apparently the coach doesn't speak any French. He speaks English, so I lucked out on that. And yeah, so I think that's going to be really fun. Woo! Okay, well, I'm going to also post some videos of Horror Night on here. We'll see what goes on when I edit this. See you guys later.